Good evening, guys. Hey, it's Greg Christensen, and hey, sometimes it's just kind of fun to come up here in the evening and watch them eat, isn't it? These are the bunch of lambs and a few goats there that we weaned off, and they're up here close to the house. I was just up here looking, seeing how much this pasture they've got ate down. They've still got a lot to eat up here, but we'll probably move them off soon, and we're still kind of stockpiling this fescue, but they're not hardly touching it yet. But they've got about all the little broadleaf weeds, all the pig weeds, the velvet leaf, a lot of that stuff eaten out of here. This is one of my favorite pastures here by the house. You can see a long ways. I don't know if you can see it or not, but right out there, that white house, that's Travis's house. Yep, 2 miles north. Actually, well, that's probably a mile and a half. Another place we had those sheep there, you know. And you can see a long ways up here. Yeah, there's a lot of velvet leaf up here underneath this tree. We've got it all stripped and ate. Several years ago, I had a bunch of goats up here. Lightning struck this tree, and underneath the tree there was, the tree is still standing, of course, but there's, I think, 6 or 8 dead goats that had taken a shot of lightning, and there's a bunch of their kids that was all running around there kind of close to them. Some were even underneath them, and so I had a bunch of bottle kids for a little while. But that was a bad deal. You get deals like that. But yeah, just a freak deal. That limb there that's down, that was blown down last year. That wasn't part of the lightning. That lightning struck, it was probably 15 years ago. But I could see the bark blowed off one side of the tree, and a bunch of dead livestock laying underneath it. Yeah, if it wasn't for all the bad things that happen, shoot, anybody would make money doing this. Well, not much to tell you here this evening. Not any new revelations or anything, but just thought you might be kind of like me and just like to look things over once in a while. This is some gamma grass. See how they just eat it down so far, and then they'll leave it and it'll grow back. It's probably 2 foot tall there in some spots. And there's the foxtail, is still here. They haven't ate much of that. They stomp it a little bit, and then I actually saw a few of them eating a little bit of it. But they hang out up here by this tree a lot, so this is kind of mushed down more than the rest of this paddock. There's about 5 acres here, and they can go out where you see where the road is. They really haven't eaten that much down there. They've hung around up here close. But I was just down there and looking around. Like I said, we'll probably move them a few days maybe. Give them another fresh piece. There's 4 paddocks up here, about 5 acres each, with a water tank in the middle of them. Yeah, here's the tire tank. So we have 4, like we call them quadrants, and they can come in and get out each one of those and drink at this tank. We set these blocks up here. We originally had this up for cattle. Then we put this netting up for gates right now. I don't know, someday we'll get better gates up here. It's about 30 foot between those, so it's a big gate. But we can drive through here with a tractor if we want to, if it gets real muddy to feed hay or something. But the netting works, and well, you know, if it works, it's permanent, right? So there's a quadrant. You can see they've not been on that at all. There's another 5 acres, and split by this 3-wire high tensile fence there you see going down there. And there's another quadrant on that side. Now this one you see they've been in that one. I got the gate. We left the gate open. It's supposed to storm maybe tonight or a few days, and they can actually go clear up and down the alley to that loafing shed. Maybe you see it down there. We got this gate open for them, but they won't go down. If it rains, they may go down there, but they haven't been. And see, and here's the paddock they're in, and you can kind of see it's ate down a little bit, mostly trampled down more than anything else. You look at that next to this one. See? And they've been in this one, oh, I'm going to say 3 days, maybe. There's around, I don't know, 400 and something out here. Here they come, they're checking this out. If you stand out here, they'll run from you for a minute, and they'll get curious, and they'll come back and see what you're doing. So yeah, here they come, and they're just working their way a little closer as I just stand still. When they start doing that, you can kind of get a good look at what they're eating. See, that's how I like to just kind of know. And you can see several of them are eating a lot of that ragweed or what's left of it. They've already put the herd on most of it in here. And then there's that tall grass. I think that's called barnyard grass. It comes up kind of late summer, heads out like this. Now we'll probably have some ewes for sale. Normally I'm going to probably breed them this fall. Sell them as bred ewe lambs, or we may have some. Maybe we'll keep more ewe lambs and sell some of the mature ewes. I don't know. They're all good ones. So if anybody's interested or wants to know more about that, you can email me. And like I said, I don't know that we'll sell any right away, because we got to see what we want to keep for replacements and what pastures we're going to have for next year and things like that. It's kind of hard to know sometimes, and you sit down and figure it out, and then maybe one of your landlords throws a kink in your plans. Or maybe we take some farm ground and convert it to pasture, but the way crop prices are, it's kind of hard to do that. That's a good shot of them, guys. They kind of come up here if you get a better look at them. There's a bunch of them over the hill, and there's some of them that went, well, I can see them now. Some of them went down to that loafing shed down there. They may think it's going to rain. Rain doesn't really bother them. A lot of them would stay up here. The goats would probably run down there, and then the sheep would follow them just because that's what sheep do. So hey, hope you all are having a good evening. Maybe out just leisurely looking your livestock over. Look at that lamb there. Trying to get what's left of that ragweed. There's not much left of it. Don't you like that one with the black marking on her face? Yeah. Anyway, hey, y'all have a good evening, and we'll see what goes on tomorrow.